You know, it's really interesting how the psychology works because most of the bigger mistakes are always made by this stage where the market is. If you want to know how to focus yourself and taking profits of the market and make the much possible money you can, just watch the video because it's really important for you to don't miss out. So that being said, guys, first I want to start with the daily chart. We're gonna see what's happening in the weekly, and after that, well, actually I'm gonna start with the weekly, then we go to the daily, and then we go to the 4-hour charts. I'm gonna explain to you as well again about the time frames if you get lost, what the weekly is, what the day and the 4 hours. And yeah, if you want to know even deeper and you want to have all the setup as I do, just go to the description below. There's a link over there. You're gonna see the video when I explain all the indicators I use completely for free. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, smash the like, I would really appreciate. So that being said, guys, I want to jump into the weekly. Let's see, because we have been just going down and down and down and down, and as you can see, we close above the 200 week EMA, but we went slightly below the previous drop we have. So this is a little bit scary for people, and that's why many people are also saying that we have not found the bottom. Is that true or not? We're gonna see in the next weeks. How do we gonna see it? I can explain you in this video how you can see that, but you need to have my indicators. So remember, go to the description below when you finish this video, and you're gonna have a better picture how to navigate the market. So let me say, guys, the time we still fine. We can continue going up from here. Is that the most realistic scenario? I don't see it right now. After this massive drop, is a big warning. So in the weekly, I'm not bearish. I know bearish, but I do think that we still have space to go down. To which area? People are gonna call it to 2030s. But the realistic target would be around the 47, 45. I don't think that's gonna go below that. I would surprise if it's go below, but you know what we do in this channel. If it go below, we're gonna buy more and more and more and more. So if you ask me, is this a good area to buy? Yes, it is a good entry right now. It doesn't really matter if you buy at 60 or at 47. I'm buying right now. I say to you, when I was buying around this area, when I was selling around this area, I didn't sell the top, but around the 78, and then we went to 82. Yeah, it's not perfect, but for me it's fine. It works. Let me see what I did here. Just gonna reset that. And the laptop right now is a little annoying sometimes. There we go. So now it's fixed, guys. So is this good area? It is a good area to enter. It doesn't matter if we continue going a little bit down. This is a good area to accumulate with small percentage. If we go down, I'm gonna enter with higher percentage. As lower we go, as much percentage of USDT I'm gonna put into the market to buy Bitcoin. Because this is the decision time, guys. I'm not saying the bottom is here, but it's really important for you to understand that this is the best moment to buy. Right now, start accumulating a little bit, and if we continue going down, it is fine. You need to have a big time frame. If we're gonna take profit buying in the weekly, I'm talking about the end of the year, next year. Well, actually, if I buy in the weekly, I don't gonna sell until next year, because once we start going up, or we found the bottom, which we're gonna find it soon, we're just gonna continue going up and up and up, and then next year it's gonna get massively high. So in the weekly, this is pretty much what I need to say, guys. We may close here the green valley, and we're gonna generate a red one, small one, and then we're gonna have this bullish diversion. Remember what I'm saying already. This is a big probability we're gonna have something like this. People are gonna freak out. We're gonna have something like that. Ideally would be not to reach that stage, but we would make something like this. Yeah, we will do this bullish diversion, and here we will have something like a red valley like that, and after that it will be a confirmation of the bottom, and we'll start going up. Something like that is what I can see in the market that is possible to have. than the weekly. So TC will develop in the next weeks. Just keep that in mind, guys. Now let me jump really quick into the daily. Let me go jump into the daily. I'm gonna remove all the strings. That's it right there. So what we're doing exactly what I said to you in my previous video. I was saying to you that I'm expecting minimum to go and reach the blue line, which is the 10 EMA. And actually it's what we did. We went all the way to the 63, 64 more or less, almost to reach it, and now we're getting this rejection. And here still we see the Fortuna line still have some strength. We can lose it at any moment, but we could continue falling. How do we can be more sure or certain of what's going to happen in the next days? I mean, we can bet already here to buy something on spot. But if we go down, you need to be aware that we can go down and you just need to wait. This is something for the next week in the daily. We should start going up soon. How do we see it? We go to the 4-hour chart and you have been seeing here, we have been just going down and down and down. Let me see. I'm gonna mark this. Let me put it try straight. Yeah, you see, every time we start we go down, the space between the 10 EMA and the 55 EMA start to be bigger and bigger. And this is even when something like this happen, we're gonna have the blue line as a resistance. You see, we never touch. We don't even try to touch the orange line because we have this massive push to the downside. And in the bear market or in bear trends, the blue line is gonna be resistance, and the bullish trends, the blue line is gonna be as a support. So how do we start analyzing or identifying when we can soon expect a bottom or that the price will stop falling? If the price stop falling, that means we're going to have a consolidation. And that is when the distance between the blue line and the orange start to be shorter. That is a good sign. It is a good sign because that means they're gonna start compressing themselves, and that's what we want, that they compress. And after that, of course, we need to see the other indicators, the time, the volume, in order to see if we're gonna break to the downside, to the opposite side. But at least what we want first is that the price stop going down. And something we need to check right now in the weekly, let me see, in the 4 hours, right here. Something I want to see right here is that we don't do right now, that we're going to go lower. And you see also the time is already running out here, so potentially we're going to create our red valley. We don't have any strength in the Fortuna line, which is that a little bit possible. We want to have no strength below the horizontal line in order to be confirmed that we won't change to strength in a moment. We don't want to have a lower low. If we have here a retracement, something like this, and we hold 60, we don't want to lose the 60. We don't want to lose this area. If a retracement and the past time and we just go here, this is a good sign, because that means that more people are willing to buy at 60, and that's why the price is going to be holding that price and potentially we'll find a bottom. Is that the most realistic scenario? I don't really think so, because I still need to believe more people need to capitulate. Still a lot of people are super excited thinking that we're going already to moon when the Bitcoin price continue going down. So I think there's still more people to hurt. Hopefully it's not you. But it's a possibility. It's something to keep an eye in the 4-hour charts. If we hold this area, then we can start thinking about positive scenarios in the 1 day, because we already see the time is already out pretty much. So that's pretty much what I want to share to you, what I see in the market right now. Don't freak out. This is the best area to start accumulating. If we go down, don't freak out. We don't gonna go that low, and just keep it in your scenario. If we go to 30, which I don't really see that scenario, you need to be aware that that can happen, and you also need to have some money to buy, because that's the best opportunity ever you're gonna have. And there is something as well I want to share to you as well, a thought I have, because You have seen how, I don't know how new you are. Let me know in the commentaries below if you're new to the market, if you have been here for some years already, if you were in the previous bull market. But since 2021, 2023, people, and we did so massive gains with altcoins. And like usually, everybody think that after a bull market, they're masters and they know everything and they know how exactly the market's gonna play out. And that's why the market loves, because then F everybody and smash, give a couple of slap in the faces. And that's what happened in the previous bull market. Everybody was thinking they're gonna be rich. They were too smart. They knew already how the market works. And everybody went into altcoins. A little people went into Bitcoin. Let me know what was your percentage. You have more icons and more Bitcoins. But in my case, I was more towards Bitcoin. I remember I started making these videos and I just started seeing some of the icons. But as soon as I realized that icons were going nowhere, I came in and say to you guys, I don't gonna cover icons anymore because I think we don't gonna go anywhere. They don't gonna break new highs, and that's why I just start covering only Bitcoin, Bitcoin. While many other people, just because the algorithm and because many people was invested in altcoins, they started making that content. But also, it made no sense. I don't want to hurt you, and I just want you to know how the market works and also make profit out of it. And because many people don't really do that, there's a small amount of people that really share content that I really appreciate and really honest and really want to share, want to the community to grow, no financially but also knowledge, but mainly financially. That is exactly what I want to do as well. So that being said, people think that we don't gonna see any altcoin season anymore, which that could be true, but at the same time, it's so easy. It's so everybody who was so invested into the altcoins, now they completely capitulate. They think there won't be any altcoin season anymore, and altcoin's gonna go to zero. And I do think that's wrong. That's wrong because that's what the market want to believe. Everybody who is right now bleeding because they took the wrong decision investing in altcoins. And maybe you made money in some of the icons, but that icon season or the way the icons were was nothing compared to what happened in 2021, 2022. That was incredibly insane. You can just throw a couple of dollars in a coin and you get in return thousands. So I do think we're gonna have something like that, because also if you see AI, we have already a lot of overpricing companies. Now there is also OpenAI, SpaceX. They want to launch the IPOs, and many other companies with AI. I do think that it's just entering into a big bubble, and all that money gonna flow into crypto again, with nobody gonna be expecting that, and that's why as well Alcon's gonna explode as well. Let's see if I'm wrong. I don't think all the trash of Alcon's gonna go up, because you have a lot of trash as well. Like, being honest, there's a lot of memes that they actually basically just trash. Keep that in mind. Let me know what you think. But I do think that the market really loves to F everybody, and everybody thinking Alcon's never gonna work again just because it happened in the previous bull market. But I think people are getting wrong. The market do not work like that. Let me know what you think, guys, but it's just something I want to share. So I'm not buying any Alcon right now, but I would do when I see that the bear market is over. Because right now, it is, if you see all the icons, I mean, let's go to the weekly, like SUI, for example, they just continue going down and down and down and down. They're not stopping. I mean, it could stop here. That should be the area to accumulate, but in a bear market can continue going down. This is what mostly happens. So first I will wait that Bitcoin establish a bottom. Then we see that we're bouncing in, that is bottom established, and then we start to analyze some icons. And if you have something in mind, you can always share it to me. I'm gonna try to observe. And remember, guys, remember, This is the opportunity you have for the bull market that is here, that will come in the next month. This is the only opportunity, buying right here. It's so interesting how psychology works. I have some friends. I was mentioned them when they wanted to buy around this area. I was mentioned that it's just too risky. Better to wait until the Bitcoin price go down and then start buying. I remember we were around this area. I was saying to them I'm buying, but they were calling me when we were around 80, and now I don't hear from them when we are in 60 again. So don't do that mistake. That's why I'm coming here and telling you, don't do that mistake. If you don't believe me, you do what you want. This is not an financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, what I'm seeing in the market, and you will see, we will see in the next month. So hopefully you took the right decision and you make a good money. If you're buying right here, or if you buy right here, if we go to this area, you're gonna thank me later. Well, actually, I don't need any thanks, but at least you can recognize to yourself that you did a good decision. That being said, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like. I would really appreciate your help, so the algorithm starts showing more as well. This free information, free indicators as well, so you can navigate the market and learn how to take profit from it. And don't forget to save in Bitcoin, and see you next time, guys. Ciao, ciao.